Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It's a pleasure for me to respond in behalf of Women's History Month and Persons Day, on behalf of my colleague, the member from London West, who is in committee for her piece of legislation called Protecting Interns, ironically, many who are women and many who need protection in the province of Ontario. I do want to say, I mean, I've had the pleasure in the last 24 hours to attend the Equal Voice event last night, hosted in Toronto, where we honoured the 3 women who ran the national campaigns in this country, Katie Telford, Jenny Bryan, and McGrath, who all ran those federal campaigns. It was a nonpartisan event, and we acknowledged that this was the first time in the history of this country where women played a national role in organizing those elections. Also, Farah Mohammed was the keynote speaker, and she talked about creating opportunities and supporting women on boards in their community and through education to ensure that they reach their potential. So very inspirational. And then, of course, this morning, I also joined the minister at the Leaf National Breakfast, where we heard the legal battles that are happening in this country, which, quite honestly, it was a huge eye-opener to me. And it doesn't seem to get any better, quite honestly. I mean, when you realize that the role that Leaf National had to play in the Alberta case where the Judge Camp asked a young 19-year-old Aboriginal woman who was homeless at the time, who had been sexually assaulted, why she did not keep her knees closed. This happens. These are words and language that are used in our courts. Obviously, there's a huge challenge, as it should be. This is the kind of discrimination and misogyny that still happens in this province, in this country, and in places where there should be justice. So this morning, of course, Margaret Atwood was the keynote speaker. She referenced how bad it could get. One has to look to the United States. We're not referencing the big guy in that presidential. We're calling him now "He who shall not be named," because we don't want to give him any power, because it's already gone to his head. And we've also never had a presidential candidate encourage the assassination of another candidate in a national election like that. So while we can celebrate the progress that we have made, we have to remember that gender equality, we hold on to it very tenuously, and we must celebrate it, but we must also continue to fight for it each and every day.
Thank you. I thank all members for their statements.